Hello, my name is Jim Mullany from Sitek Process Solutions. Today is Thursday, July 25th, 2019. Today I'm doing a video source inspection on a remanufactured spinner and dryer. It is model 870S as in Sam. For the privacy of our customers, we do not give their name out on the videos because this video is uploaded to our YouTube site for review and for other people to see the quality of our tool manufacturing. But their PO number is. And for reference, this tool is going international to Europe. Let me go over the configuration of the tool first. It has the upgraded state-of-the-art SlickDevice S1 graphical controllers. These controllers are better than any controller you can get out in the world on a refurbished tool. By upgrading a spinner and dryer to our SlickDevice controller, you have technology that's greater than anything you can get available today. So it has the SlickDevice controllers. This customer, for the video, we have a 4 and a 6 inch rotor. However, they have two 6-inch rotors and then two 4-inch inserts we supply with different customers. And I'll talk about that in a second. Back here we have our serial tag. This is Sitek Process Solutions, model 870S. It's SRD number 01186. Manufacturing date July 2019. It's 120 volts, 10 amps for full load. Overcurrent is 15 amps. I do see in the back the resistivity probe is one of the options, and I also see the water recirculation back here. The third option this customer purchased would be the anti-static modules. Let me look, and I see them there. And the reason I do know they're there is because in our tool review, before we put the skins back on it, this tool has been upgraded with brand new anti-static modules. It's an upgrade feature that we don't have to give. We have very stringent quality control on the component level of our remanufactured tools. If any tool does not meet our stringent guidelines, they are replaced with new. In this case, these anti-statics are replaced with new. So I have a typical process here, kind of a shorter one because the video gets kind of boring if I drive for a long time and there's nothing to do. So I have a 30-second rinse. Typical RPM is 500. 10-second purge, I'll talk about that at 1800. A 60-second dry 1 and a 210-second dry 2. During the process, I'll explain the different steps and what they do. So I'll simply hit start. Alrighty, both tools are running. So the way the semi-tool process is, or spinner and dryers, depending on the manufacturer, is that a typical 4-step process is rinse, tends to be low RPM, around 500 to 600 RPM, to do a re-rinse of the substrates after they come out of the wet sink. Then they have the purge. What the purge does is it blows N2 through the DI nozzles to get all water out of the nozzle assembly, so there's no dripping back during the process. You then will go into a high RPM dry 1. That's a traditional process that, as you can see, this is going to start in a second, in 3 more seconds. What it does is it actually slings the water off of the cassette, rotor, and substrates, and it goes into then into dry 2, which traditionally is a lower RPM, which that drops down to approximately 500 to 600 RPM. Some customers a little bit higher. And you do a longer duration dry, which you use centrifugal force, bowl heaters, N2 heaters. And in dry 2 is when you see the anti-static module come on. So that's a pretty typical process that's known in the industry for people. What I want to do is I'll walk back here in a second. This was the insert that I spoke about. It turns out we have brand new rotors built for this, and we're having the inserts balanced right now. That's why we're using just test rotors in here. The system will have brand new rotors and brand new inserts. The concept of the insert is this. I'm going to wait till we go into 10 more seconds to dry 1, then I will show you. Alrighty, I want to wait so you guys can see it pop into dry 1. Dry 1, you'll know the only big difference that happens is everything's the same except for now you can see the anti-static module with the lightning bolts. They turned on because that also happens in this step. As you can see, we've slowed down dramatically and we're running at 500 RPM. If you do the camera over here a tiny bit, I'll show you. So this tool is being ready to be created tomorrow. This has the insert. So this is a typical 6-inch machine. Right there, you can normally load your 6-inch cassette. See if I can do it with 2 hands here. So an example would be 6-inch wafers. You're processing, no problem at all. End of the process, guess what? I run 4-inch too in my fab. Let's go ahead and move those back down there. Now to run 4-inch, you simply take one of the specially designed Sitek inserts, slides it in. 5 seconds for a wafer change. Now you take your 4-inch and so forth and slide it in. Perfect. Now what happens is this system within 10 seconds can be converted to from 4-inch to 6-inch. We have customers that have done a 6-inch master, an 8-inch master, and run, if they do wafer reclaim, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, not too much 5 anymore, but there's still customers who do it. We have universities that love this for their students who don't want to take the bolts out and have problems with changing rotors. So that shows you kind of our state-of-the-art insert design. Going back here, we have about 2 minutes to go, so I'll quickly talk about our remanufacturing process and then more about Sitek. So in our remanufacturing process, we don't care what kind of rinse and dryer you buy, what size, what configuration. We can rebuild and remanufacture tools to any configuration. We build our own frames, our own poly, our own bowls, our own brand new controllers. We designed our own servo amp. We have our own brushless motors. 100% of the spare parts we can build ourselves. So what happens is the system is broken down to just the metal platform, nothing basically. We go through and rebuild all the subcomponents up. We send out the bowls and the N2 cartridges and some other parts to have newly electropolished, and we do a chemical process on the bowl. When it comes up, we do a dry build. The head's built by itself, no poly, no configuration, out in manufacturing. We have then a secondary quality control by another technician. Once the tool passes dry test, the head's brought in here, kind of like this. This one normally doesn't come in with the bottom, it comes on a stainless steel cart, but this would be a system that comes in, and we go through and then hook the DI water to it. When we hook the DI water, then we check for any leaks, and then the system is ran a few times. Once that happens, we have a secondary quality control of our technicians in here, and to ensure the quality of the build. If it passes, it's then run 50 times without any errors. If there's an error, we go ahead and fix that error and then rerun the process. Then we put the skins on. In this case, here would be the skins. This is a double stack with skins. And they then run it multiple times again in our quality control, and then it's turned over for sales for us to make the video. So I'm going to tell you the end of the process, and I'll talk about Sitek. We have 30 seconds left. At the end of the process, what will happen is when you get below 70 RPM, we have what's called the rotor stop positioner, which is RSP. It has a piston that shoots out with a bearing on the end. It rolls against the cam assembly, finds the spot that has the indent or the flat. That rotates it up to home position, which is 12 o'clock, which you'll see in a second right there. That's done so the wafers are not upside down when you take them out, otherwise they'd break. At the same time, when that happens, I'll hear the door release, because right now the door's locked. I'll hear it release and I can open it. Okay, we're going to start ramping down. 124 RPM, and there we go. I just heard the RSP fire. You can see it uprighting. Bottom one, same thing. There we go. I just heard the door release. So in our state-of-the-art controller, there's 3 ways you can clear the process. Hit acknowledge, you can do that. You can hit clear, do that, or simply open the door. As you can see, that cleared. First thing I like to do, feel for hot N2. Yep, I don't want to burn my hand there. Then I like to look at the substrates. Nice and dry, nice and warm. Again, I ran a little bit shorter process, but everything is great. Let's do the bottom bowl. Feel for the hot N2. It's where I have my 6-inch wafers. All right, look good, no problem. Nice and dry, because that's nice and warm. There we go. So you can see the system ran through a complete process, no issues, it's running great. I would go into more detail on our state-of-the-art controller. However, on our YouTube channel, you'll see lots and lots and lots of videos we've done, training videos, quality control videos, enhancement videos that you can look for yourself instead of me going through all the programming of it now. One of the key features, though, of our controller, it has an N2 saver feature. So it's programmed in there automatically that at the end of the process, when the substrates are removed, there's a predetermined time that you program in, and then we turn off 80 to 90%, depending on your configuration, of the N2, so you're not wasting it while the tool's idle. And then we turn it back on when the substrate's loaded. We found that most people, even though they think they run the rinse and dryers all the time, really only have anywhere from 10 to 25% of true uptime on it, or actual running time. When they calculate out a 7-day week and 24-hour day period, they don't realize that the tool is basically idle anywhere from 70 to 90% of the time, and that's just wasted nitrogen. So that talks about this tool and the video. Oh, I forgot, it does have the EMO. It is going to Europe. It is CE marked on the back. We have full CE certification. In fact, at Sitek, we have CE certification, we have CSA certification, and we have S2, S8 certification on our tools. So let me talk about our spare parts. So if you go to our website at sitekprocess.com, you'll see on the left-hand side a bunch of buttons. The first 7 are all semi-tool related. The first 3 are the tools. We have the S models in SAM. We have the F model, which looks just like this but uses a brush motor instead of a brushless. And then we have the traditional ST, which people still buy on a regular basis. The next 3 buttons are all the spare parts for those specific categories of tools. Again, for all 3 tools, we have 100% spare parts. We also have a U.S. lowest price guarantee policy that we guarantee that no one's going to beat our price in the United States on any spare. The next button, which is number 7, is our SST, SAT, and WSST type tool spare parts. Those are the semi-tool solvent and acid processors. We then go down and have a variety of other buttons. We do metrology tools. That would be like the KLA 10-core particle counters. We do thin film measurement systems. We do profilometers, both DECTEC and 10-core. We do quite a lot, and we believe we are the U.S. leader in the floor wear integrators, HTC, anywhere from the 4000 to the current 8030 model box and cassette cleaners. We do quite a lot of those, and we actually have a full range of spare parts. In fact, more than anybody, we believe. Actually, anybody in the world. The OEM no longer even supports the product on their website. We offer those spares. We also do quite a lot of the Ultra T, Ultra Tech, or K&S type mask cleaners. Those are for high pressure and scrub for wafers, for masks, and other media type also. So feel free to visit our website. If you're looking for microscopes, we have high power, the traditional Nikon, Olympus, etc. microscopes. We have a full line of low power microscopes also. So that gives you a good range of what we have on our website. Again, it's sitekprocess.com, and you'll be very happy with what you see. Okay, so this will end my video acceptance of this 870S fully remanufactured. If you didn't know it, you would think it's brand new. Our quality control, our tools have to look 95% brand new and run 100% brand new. That's our internal specification. No ifs, ands, or buts about that. So I think this tool is in great shape. Again, my name is Jim Mullany from Sitek Process Solutions. This video will be uploaded, and we'll send a link to our customer for their acceptance. It's ready to be crated. Hopefully in the next day or two we'll get the crates here waiting, and we'll be able to get this shipped. Again, today is Thursday, July 25th, 2019. Thank you. Have a great day.